a good gaijin in there, and also a very good Japanese who's looking out for your interests. And I also think that you should think in advance about having a member of that joint venture primarily on your payroll, or even pay him something in Switzerland or whatever, you know. But make sure that he's your man, and there are reasons why he's going to look out for your interests. And I think you've got to insist on getting some excellent people. I mean, even if you had to do your own research on who those men were and where they came from, or you have to insist when you set up the joint venture agreement to be able to send them, send them packing, and certainly don't get stuck with them. Right up in the joint venture rules of employment that that those shoe code employees will not become permanent members unless the company agrees, unless the guy, unless you agree. Let's just conclude maybe by saying this. Don't believe that everything is different in Japan, okay? Because then you're always questioning. You're never sure of yourself. You're always having to get someone's advice, and the advice is inevitably conflicting. Okay. Don't believe everything's the same either. Look at what you've done in various countries and analyze the reasons why it was successful. So we're talking about common sense to a large extent here. We are talking about strategies. Anyway, if there's something wrong, it's your job as the manager to fix it, right? You've got to fix it. So basically, use your intuition. And if you're not comfortable with something, look into it. You've got to trust people, obviously, but you also can't be, totally naive. Things are different, but many things are also the same, aren't they? The basics of being successful and running a business are the same. So believe that you can take an active interest and believe that you really can make a difference. And certainly experience has shown me that you can. And many of you have been very successful and will continue to be successful. And I'd also then just like to conclude by thanking particularly Lorraine Suzuki. We met after, 12 years, and she wanted to do a seminar, and I wanted to certainly tie it in with HCCJ, and I'd like to thank Herb Horse and the Employment Practices Committee. And you do have tough jobs out here, and I hope that I've given you some ideas anyway to make your jobs a little bit easier. Really, thank you very much.